Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. We've got a Land Rover in today. This actually belongs to a friend of mine, this vehicle. I don't often get involved in Land Rovers, a bit limited on diagnostics for those, but he's having a bit of trouble with it. It's regularly coming up with DPF full on the dashboard. His normal garage is carrying out regens for him left, right and centre. That seems to work for a period of time. Now he's discussed it with me and I've said, you shouldn't be having regens every 5 minutes. It's definitely not good for the vehicle, not good for the engine, and there's a reason. There's a reason the DPF's constantly blocking. Now a few checks have been done on it. I've also done a few. I've done a smoke test on it. There's no leaks on the intercooler or the inlet manifolds. Pipe work all seems good. At the moment he hasn't got the DPF light on, but it's recently been regened only a couple of days ago, and I said, look, let me have a quick look at it for you, see what we've got. So we've got no management lights on when you start it. Management lights go out. It's driving perfectly fine. We've got no limp mode, nothing like that, but I have done a code read on it, and we read the trouble codes here. We do have this code. Now we've got P0234-77, turbocharger, supercharger, overboost condition, command position not reachable. Now this code is fairly common, I believe, on these Range Rovers with a 3 litre TDV6. This is a 2018 model, this one, so it's the newer platform. Now this commonly gets misdiagnosed. Obviously you've got turbocharger coming up there, supercharger coming up, so I think a lot of people jump for a turbo issue, and suspecting maybe the actuators are faulty or the vanes are possibly clogged on the turbos. There is a little bit of info online. There's a few very helpful videos. There's a chap, O'Reilly, he puts O'Reilly's Autos, he puts a lot of videos up about DPFs clogging one thing and another, and he's done actually a couple on these Range Rovers, which I found very, very useful. But we've got a throttle body which sits in the middle of the V on these. I'm going to show you some videos on that, but we've looked at the one on this, and it does have a flap inside it. Now quite commonly the plastic distorts and causes the actual flap to stay shut momentarily, and it does cause this code to come up. It creates an overboost condition within the inlet manifolds, and also has a big effect on the regens. After speaking to a chap at Land Rover in the parts department, it's quite a common issue, and a lot of the time it's a reason. If you've got this code and you've got DPFs clogging regularly, you need to be looking at this flap, making sure it's not sticking. So we're going to be replacing that on this. I'll show you the old one, I will show you the new one, and yeah, hopefully it will help some of you. And if you're having a bit of an issue with your vehicle, please do have a look at this, and before you steam into changing the turbos, maybe think about replacing it. Okay, so here's the old unit off. Not particularly difficult to remove, but as you can see, it's well carboned up. It's not the worst I've seen, but it is fairly well carboned up. It's obviously made out of plastic. You've got a flap in here. This is the flap that's causing the trouble. Now when you close it, see that's sticking. It shouldn't do that. It should open straight away. So it shouldn't stick shut at all. So you see where that's shut? Shouldn't be doing that. When you push it down, it should open itself back up. So this is obviously sticking when it's on the vehicle, like so, and causing all sorts of issues with the regens and causing that fault code to be logged. So pretty easy to test. All you've got to do is pull the pipe off the front of yours and do what I'm doing here. And as you can see, that's not correct. It shouldn't be doing that. The plastic's obviously distorted in this one, and it's faulty, so this one's going to need to be replaced. So here's the new unit from Land Rover, genuine item. As you can see, still made out of plastic. But yeah, it's this one's obviously in good condition. It's quite expensive item. This cost nearly £400 for this, and we've got no option really but to fit a new one. Now, as you can see, this flap is not sticking at all. As soon as I press it in, take the pressure off it, it releases straight away. So that's what they should be doing. Probably not a good idea to make these out of plastic, and yeah, but obviously Land Rover in their wisdom decided it was. So we'll be replacing this one, and hopefully that will solve our issue. In case you're interested or you need part numbers or anything, this is the box that it came in. As you can see, that's the Land Rover part number. Obviously double check this against your chassis number. This is where it's situated on the vehicle. Now this is after I'd fitted it, so this is a new one fitted. As you can see, it's right in the middle of the engine, so it's quite accessible. You've got this pipe on the front with that clip you need to release. So you pull that up, you can pull the pipe back, lay it out of the way while you're working on it. You've got the motor there for the flaps, so you need to unplug that on the side, take that out of the way. You've also got the EGR pipe, so you have to release that clip. And then you've got the map sensor here that you're going to have to unplug. And you do get a new map sensor with the throttle body. Just underneath here, you'll see a 10mm bolt. And that's the only bolt that actually secures that down. And once you've undone those things, you can remove it. Just twist it a bit as it comes out. And yeah, it's quite easy, really. So shouldn't have too much trouble with that with basic tools. And yeah, obviously clean everything up before it goes back. Okay guys, so we've just been on a road test in it now. Had a good road test, about 15 miles. Read the trouble codes. And we've got no codes detected, so looks like that's cured our issue. Now, I did reset the adaptions for the throttle valve, so you should, if you've got a half-decent diagnostic machine, be able to do that through your special functions. I was able to do that on this. So make sure you do that if you fit a new one. I'm not going to carry out a regen on this because DPF pressures, they are fairly low. After a bit of a drive there, they drop down even more. So I think it's okay. I don't want to do an unnecessary regen because it seems like it's had a few in the past, this vehicle. What I am going to do is do a good oil change on it though, because I asked the guy who owns it, you know, have they changed the oil recently, or has it been done? And I don't think it's probably been done for a good few thousand miles. So just to be on the safe side, we're going to give it an oil change and filter. But yeah, that's it guys. So I hope this video has helped some of you. If it has, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, but it does help the channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.